Hey everybody, welcome to stream. Hope you're all doing well. Just one moment, I'm almost ready. I forgot a quick little step I wanted to do with Discord. So yeah, I'm back to some more Xenoblade Chronicles. I figured now would be a good time to return to it now that I've finished all the games I'm working on, and now it's pretty much just me working some other stuff. Like, I want to play this every now and then and see if I could get some story progress in here. I like this game a lot. Hope you're all doing well. Glad I could be here to stream. By the way, today's stream is going to be a little on the short side. I don't expect I'm going to be streaming for like super long, actually, so thought I'd throw that out there now. I happen to be, I didn't mention it already in the week, and I'm sure I'm going to my brother's place tomorrow, so I have to get ready for that, and supposed to be going down to see my parents in like an hour or two. So yeah, since I said I was going to be skipping around in the story, I guess we need a little recap. So we've been through a lot of the game. I'm going through like different parts of the game and streaming it because I don't feel like doing a whole playthrough. And well, this part is, I guess about, let's see, I don't know, I think it's chapter 8 or whatever, but yeah, this is like a really good story point here. Excuse my allergies. Oh, I don't know why that's happening to me right now. I didn't have this problem before I had started stream. It just suddenly got kind of out of control. I'm sorry about that. Ugh, it didn't really bother me until now. I don't know why I'm like, out of all the times I stream, like right when I start particularly, I start getting allergy issues. But when I'm not ready to stream and I'm not starting for some reason, it always turns into like, oh yeah, right when you're actually busy, your allergies start bothering you, and I hate that. I hate it a lot. But yeah, you guys is hopefully like this, at least I would hope. I picked this moment in the game I wanted to stream next. This is the part that I find really good, really important character introduction, and we're about to recruit like another 2 party members, so I figured, yeah, let's go ahead and stream this. I'm excited to keep playing this, even though not like continually. I can tell you guys now, actually I don't know when the next session of this will be, but like it'll be even further apart when I do the next session, because I actually figured out like where I want to do my next part at in this game. Hey Wayne, welcome to the stream. Hey Wayne, welcome to the stream. I don't know if I said that wrong for a second. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. I think I'm a little bit tired still. I had a very, very weird and long day and uneventful. I'm gonna do cleaning, and I did do some of it already, like I've been talking about it, but I didn't really get much done. Like I got this morning to clean and I couldn't really get around to it. I feel like you will have the same issue. In fact, it's probably not that problem in the first place. Excuse me if I'm like slurring my words together today. I don't know what's with me. But yeah, I do not do well in the morning time, typically. I'm a very much like afternoon person. I go to bed too late for my own good half the time, not even intentionally most of the time, just me not paying attention to my clock, and as a result it ends up with me waking up at a weird time. Like, even if I don't, I'll be tired and not be rested enough. Good, things are okay, not great. I've got a trip tomorrow that I'm still not sure I'm ready for. I'm hoping I'll be able to get everything together by then. I want to stream tomorrow too, and I don't know if I'm going to get to now. There we go. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention this and I forgot, sorry. Mystery girl rescue. High purity water, ether crystals. Need to save a girl near the large waterfall. Find some water, ether crystals, and light in a forest, and use these to help this girl, which she's important to the story, to say the least. So yeah, this is a good quest here.
Who are you?
Oh, here we go. This is the character I was referring to. He's a good character. Also very, very mysterious, and I like him a lot.
Hello.
How unusual. It is quite rare to see a Homs in this region.
It's funny, actually I don't have to wait until this is done. I was going to mention something about this game, actually. Not a big
Then
deal.
permit me to introduce myself.
Wanted to discuss my opinion
name
on it a
is
little bit, and
Elvis.
also I've got some other things I want to talk about.
Alvis.
Alvis, yeah, that's his name. He's one of
My
the
name's-
better characters in the
It's
game.
Shulk.
He's got the strangest, like,
How did you know
personality,
that?
and his motives in
We
this
are
game
the
for what he does are, like,
defender
very
of the colony
unclear.
line,
He's
the
an
hero that
interesting
has
character,
every
though.
weapon running. You're famous amongst all Homs.
I'm gonna shut up now.
I know you from somewhere.
In the meantime, give me a second. I'm gonna link this
They're
on
here.
Discord.
Huh?
One of my
The
friends is
Monarch
also
emits a particular
interested in
ether
watching,
wavelength
so
from its
I'll
ground
link it
state.
to him.
It must have drawn them.
Huh? Oh! What are they? Alvis, get out of the way!
Oh, this part is really good, actually. This is like one of my favorite moments in the game. It's a small thing, and this sets up the story really well with this enemy encounter here.
From the left,
Watch how crazy this gets.
then I'll go. Huh?
Ronaldo didn't work this time. The fucker, or hit him that time. There, he caught Shulk off completely. These monsters are kind of freaky. I remember these things really well. Hey Ember, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Oh god, what the fuck? Did my game crash or what the hell was that exactly? Excuse me? What? What was that? What the actual fuck just happened to my game? Game card cannot be read. What? Let me go check my cartridge. What the fuck? I've never had anything like this happen to my Switch. What in the actual shit? Let me close this off and get the cartridge out and we'll see what's wrong. It's like those disc read errors from like the Wii. I've had errors in my games before, but never like this where it just randomly started fucking everything up and then the game just completely breaks on me. That was bizarre. Really bizarre. Hey guys, I'm sorry if I'm not able to read all the chat messages yet. Give me a second to like get my Switch back and running. Had a weird, unexpected problem pop up a second ago. Anybody who was watching a minute or two ago would have seen what happened. Okay, let me try putting it back in the dock and see if we can try this again. I'm kind of worried now, so I guess I'll elaborate a little bit. Hold on a second. My throat's acting up too, though. Yeah, my game, when I had started playing, I went through... What the fuck's happening to my... Is my card broken? What the hell? Let me try another game cartridge. I'm gonna reinsert... Like, I'm gonna insert something else in Xenoblade. Maybe my game's fucked up. I hope it's not the actual cartridge reader that's screwed up. But yeah, we had a weird crash out of nowhere. I've never had any issues with my Switch before this like that. What the hell? Today has been very much not good. So much for streaming Paper Mario or anything like that, considering if this happens and we can't play any more games, then all I can do are my digital titles, and even then, there's no telling how bad this is. Fuck. Let's use Snuds. Okay, I'll put it back. I put it back in, but it still didn't read. Maybe let's see if another game cart works. I'll tell you guys how this is working, because I'm holding it in handheld mode right now. Let's see. Insert. Let's go. And boot up Let's Go, and Pokemon Let's Go boots up just fine. No issues, which is not saying good things about Xenoblade. I think my Xenoblade cartridge may be fucked, actually. I wonder if I send my game cart to Nintendo, they could give me a replacement cartridge. Or maybe they could let me trade it for a physical one. I don't know if it's going to be a digital one, I don't know. Like, I'm a little bit pissed off right now, actually. Let me see. I'll try inserting this again. I don't think I can do to maybe clean it, because I'm trying to look at it and get a good look at it in case it needs something. I don't see anything. Oh yeah, my bed sheet might be good enough for wiping it a little bit. Let's see, okay, tried putting it in now. And okay, it's booting now. I don't know what the fuck that was all about. That was weird. Let's just pray that doesn't happen again on stream. I've noticed, like, in particular, for some reason, I don't know why, I always get the weird shit that happens on my Switch. Like, long time ago, I don't know how long, it was back in 2018, I guess, or I think that was 2018, Kirby Star Allies came out, and I was preloading the game, and I was, like, booting it up for the first time, and my Switch, like, started making this really weird, creepy beeping noise, and I tried to, like, start the game up around midnight, like, on the launch of the game, and I think I had to restart my Switch to fix it. It just, like, froze up and acted really fucking strange all of a sudden. I've had, like, a few bugs in my Switch's lifetime that have been really weird and completely abnormal. I don't know what causes this shit to happen. I hope my Switch isn't dying, though. That would be really bad, actually. Ugh. You guys remember, like, the disc read error back in the Wii days? That was legit, like, one of the worst things to put up with. Like, that's... Wait, did I select the wrong save? It's not really too bad if I selected a different save. It might actually give a little more context. Yeah, context to what's happening. So yeah, this girl was passed out here, and we're trying to help her. Very, very simple plot line right now. There was a lot of details that were, like, not given away during the last stream since I skipped some, so I'll fill you guys in after the cutscene's over.
You're right. Let's look for somewhere safe.
There, I see a clearing under a giant tree. We can easily watch for anything approaching.
Okay, I'll carry her.
Today has been fucking weird, though, after what happened earlier.
She hasn't sustained any serious injuries, but her condition is far from stable.
Do you know what's wrong with her?
Her symptoms suggest ether deficiency. It's well known that HOMs are strongly affected by ether levels in the environment. But I've never seen symptoms like this before. A sudden drop in ether content in the surrounding
Also, my
atmosphere
apartment has been
causes
like a
reaction.
fucking
Symptoms
burning
range
mess,
from
so
fatigue to
in
nausea.
addition to me not wanting to
In
interrupt
this
the dialogue
case,
too much, if I'm not
what can we
talking,
do?
like, I apologize.
We're
It's
gonna need watertight
hard to
ether
talk
crystals.
sometimes, and I'm, like,
I'll load the crystals
sweating
into a
from
cartridge
my
to shoot from
apartment
my
being
rifle.
too hot. I had to tamper with it a little bit, and I don't know if it's actually
No,
cooling off
silly.
right now.
I'll fire them into the air, and the
Ugh.
dispersed ether will heal her.
I'll turn that down on my TV just a little
But the
bit.
problem
If
is
there's
the
any
crystals.
echo issues, like,
I
let
can't
me
just
know and
use any
I'll
old
fix
crystal.
it.
They must be as pure as possible. This area must have a water source nearby. We should search there first.
I spotted a waterfall a little way back. What do you think, Charlotte? Would a waterfall produce pure crystals?
Throat, ugh.
I can't think of a better place.
Then it's decided.
So,
I'll search for
I guess
crystals.
I'll say this now, because it was, like, a thing I wanted to elaborate on. I
I need you
checked.
to look
I was
after
talking about how I
We should
rearranged
take
my
water
stream
too.
schedule for the
So
week,
fill up our
and
flasks.
I think I have to
Hey, good
rearrange
idea.
things
Take care, man.
more than I planned. Okay, we're actually controlling Shulk again. Okay, now we can try this again. If we get the exact same crash a second time, I'm going to be very, very paranoid about what's going on. Bit of an echo, probably because my TV's up as loud as it is. I'm gonna just, yeah, I'll leave it down a little bit. Whatever. But yeah, I'm planning to go to my brother's place tomorrow and be down there until sometime Sunday and come back, and I'll probably not get to stream on Saturday and Sunday, so yeah. Actually, I may not even get to stream tomorrow, so I was gonna say, yeah, I actually forgot. I was talking to my mom about when we were leaving, and when we were discussing, like, the time, like, she actually wants to leave around, like, 9:30 my time, and I'm not really that big of a morning person, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream Origami King until, like, even Monday. We'll see what happens. Thing is about tomorrow, if I'm going to stream, I had to be ready to get up around like 7 o'clock or something, maybe 7:30, 7:40 or something, because Walmart around our area opens at like 8 now because of the virus screwing things up. So I have to get ready to go down to Walmart, then come back, get everything ready, make sure I'm not missing anything essential for packing, and then finally I can stream in like the free time that I've got. Otherwise, I won't be able to. And even if I do my best to get all this done, there's no guarantee I'll be able to. And I think I mentioned it on yesterday's stream. I went down to Walmart and I found a copy of like Paper Mario sitting out early. I tried to buy it, but it wouldn't ring up, so I couldn't really buy it, and they put it back in the storage. Come on, let me get the hell away from it. I can't fight it while I'm alone anyway. Stop. God damn it. That's the part of the, like, a problem with this section, is you only have Shulk, and fighting alone with Shulk is not going to actually work out too well. Hold on a second. You mentioned buffering issues. Let me check my OBS. There is a slight frame drop according to OBS, but it looks like it was only for like a minute or two. Like, it looks like the frame dropping lasted like a minute maybe, and then it wore off, thankfully. I don't know, sometimes and my internet has a tendency to be really shit. Sometimes it just lags. Internet is complicated. I had my internet like unplugged earlier while I was trying to do cleaning, and I had like several minutes, at least a good 10 minutes, like wasted trying to get my internet to turn on after I like moved my router and something came unplugged. It was a headache. Let me see really quick. I'll probably stop jumping while I'm not looking at the TV, otherwise Shulk might fall off the ledge. Or came back. It wasn't just one copy. What I was seeing when I was at Walmart was actually like a whole bunch of them like all lined up in the game case, and I even asked them to like get one out and see if I could check it out, and once it didn't work, I just pretended like I didn't know the game was actually going to be out in like 2 days because I didn't want to get yelled at. So it didn't work out. It's not really a big deal though. I bought some Joy-Cons there while I was there because I wanted to get some new ones. I've told you guys on stream my current Joy-Cons are totally fucked up because I don't know when it was, some time ago I was like coming back from like a Walmart trip and I had my Switch with me to like do some stuff, and I was like, I think it was because I was like going by a drive-through and I figured I could give myself something to do while I was waiting on like the cars to move up, so I decided to bring it with me. And like on my way back, when I was like unloading all my groceries, I accidentally dropped it on like like right near the doorstop, and it apparently fucked up the Joy-Cons a little bit. Like my yellow Joy-Cons I've got have like serious problems now. Like my one, I think my left one has like a visible crack on it where it's screwed up at, and both the left and right Joy-Cons like disconnect at random, and it's really, really annoying. So I figured I'd buy some. I wouldn't be buying any because fucking Joy-Con drift, and I don't really want to pay for controllers that are gonna fucking break on me and stop working correctly like in a few months. But I had enough of fucking having disconnections from my controllers while I'm in the middle of games. That's more annoying than Joy-Con drift, honestly. Let me see. I think you're talking about the new Paper Mario. Let's see. Busting the new make a puzzle. It's repetitive and stale. Yeah, I've heard like a lot of mixed opinions on it. Like I've heard a lot of people trying to defend it as like a really, really good combat system, whereas there are a lot that are defending it as like, what's the point? There's no experience, or that it'll get old really quickly. I've also heard people say it's like not really much higher, like actually much better than like how the combat is and Color Splash. I don't know what to expect. I guess when I try it, I'll get to form my own opinion on it. Alright, let's hope this works. This is the part I saw the glitch happen a moment ago, and I'm sure at least a few other people witnessed this. It was bizarre. I don't remember if you can still rewind YouTube streams, but if you can, like, you could probably go back and see it, and like, Shulk was like trying to attack the enemy, and as soon as he got
How did you know that?
hit, it ended up like shaking the screen and like getting stuck and freezing up with the like making this weird animation glitch. So it was really fucking bizarre to watch. Hold on a
I know you
second.
from somewhere.
Actually, I missed some messages. That was my bad. I wasn't paying close attention. If I didn't already say it, welcome Ember, same to you, Zachary, and good to see you too, Lucy. Sorry if I didn't greet you guys like immediately. I was really concentrated on trying to figure out what the hell was wrong with my game, so naturally I focused on that and decided I could wait on the chat messages. I'm gonna shut up now. This is about where the cutscene froze up, and if it actually does it again, I guess we're not gonna be playing this today.
From the left? Then I'll go.
I swear to God, it better not fucking crash again. If this does, I might actually have to send my Switch or my Xenoblade copy to Nintendo for like fixing.
How? Now, from above.
Yeah, this part was the one where it froze. It was like he was like flying backwards, I remember. I think it's good now because it's not at the same
Can't be.
animation. It could be something in the cartridge, or maybe the cartridge reader is screwed up. I don't know.
It is a telepia.
Telepia.
I'm not great with technology.
They can read your mind.
I know exactly what it's like though after fucking dealing with that shit as a kid.
If they know your next move, it's all in vain.
You know about my visions? How could you possibly?
There is only one way. Stop it in its tracks, then dull its perception.
Oh, this part is so fucking badass. I love this part. Shulk's so worried, and Alvis already knows what the fuck he's doing like the moment he picks it up. It's so weird to watch, but it's kind of incredible. This makes Shulk look like a total idiot when he picks it up because of this.
That was amazing.
This might be the best character introduction I've seen in like any game. They give Albus like this great intro. He's in other parts of like cutscenes, but you don't really get to meet him until now. I love how he just shows up mysteriously and introduces himself like this and fucking shows Shulk up on using the sword he's been using the whole game.
I control it.
Right, here we
By the
go.
light of the Monada.
This'll be easy. We just gotta kill this thing. And he also unlocked the new power for us that'll be like perfect for this. You know, I find it weird how like in Smash, like when they made Shulk, they gave him oh shit, I was gonna change the character and I totally forgot. Can I not do that now? I think it might be too late. Shit, I was gonna try and use Alvis while I had like a chance to. It's not really that big of a deal. I mean, we can go back and like do it on another part if it really bothers me. I find it neat though that they made like a brand new moveset for Shulk and like created a bunch of shit, even though he's got like a bunch of existing arts like in Smash. I just find it funny, like the Smash art, Jump, those are some weird ones. Let me see what I'm missing out on, chat. I'll try to read in a second. It's not exactly easy to prioritize both combat and fighting at the, or like combat and like looking at these guys and reading the chat at the same time. It's a little difficult. Oh, there was also some news that I almost completely forgot to talk about that I saw earlier, and it relates to something I brought up yesterday. You guys have probably already seen or heard about that Mario 35th anniversary Twitter thing, and there's some news about that actually. Let me see. They're asking their masks in public. I mean, I'd wear them for the sake of safety. It's only smart to like put on a mask just so you don't risk anything happening, and it's risking, or excuse me, it's making sure you don't get infected. And if you're not, I mean, there's also the possibility somebody else who has the virus could end up affecting somebody else because they're unwilling to put their mask on. So yeah, I think it's better to wear the mask just to be safe. Not. I mean, I definitely feel like it's better to wear the masks. I think the people who, like... Oh, now we can see his arts. Yeah, there we go, since I can warn him. Cross ray. Physical damage. Large amount of physical damage. Let's see if we can get the good look at his animations really quick, so we don't get a second chance to ever witness them. Did he miss? Oh, shit. Please, help. Okay, that was close. I wish you could play with these characters like a little more, like the ones that are little special guest characters. It sucks that there's like, not really like more than like these one single instances where you can like play around with some of them and then you never see them again. I'd love to get it to like mess around with the moveset just a little bit, even if it was like only an hour of like the game. I would be happy with that. But yeah, I think that wearing a mask is a good thing and not a bad thing. I don't understand why people are like so against it. I feel like people who say that it's about freedom of speech are just intentionally like making up an excuse. It's literally just for the sake of not getting other people's lives endangered pointlessly. I don't know, like we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic, for God's sake, while there's like a virus that constantly... Okay, I was gonna try to switch characters, but whatever, let's just do this. Yeah, like, we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic, for God's sake. Like, I feel like freedom of speech should be your least concern when we're trying to keep people from getting sick right now. Like, it really is like a conservative effort on everybody's part to get rid of coronavirus, and people not wearing the masks are just gonna contribute to the problem instead of actually helping any. That's my 2 cents on it. Yeah, I didn't exactly do great first time. Sorry about that. Sloppy. I haven't played in a while either. This has been like the first time I've played a little bit like since the last stream, but I've been playing not much. Also, you asked about the rates. I think there's like a fairly high like infection rate in Texas. I'm not really certain, but I don't actually know the exact numbers, and I actually, like, it's not exactly great for the like area I'm living in either. It's not terrible, but like we live in a small city. Last I checked, there were like, I think in like, I don't know, I want to say it was around a good, oh shit, healed please. I think it was like 8 people died or something. Maybe it was like closer to like 20 or something. I don't remember the number because it's been a while since I've heard it, but yeah, it was quite a lot last time I recalled hearing about it. And this is in a small city, not some big city, so considering that, like, that's a pretty nasty rate. Our city is like probably 1/5 the size of Dallas, if even that, so I mean, it's not a good infection rate. It's probably only going to get worse at the current rate. Let's try using this attack now. But yeah, I agree with like some of the sentiments, but at the same time, yeah, masks are only a good thing. I don't feel like there's any danger in having a mask on. That reminds me, actually, I recalled something on my phone I found. I mentioned to you guys how I get like the little articles on there. I saw something really stupid earlier on there, and it was in regards to like masks. Like some woman in like, I think it was a Subway or something. I don't recall the exact restaurant, but like some woman threatened and like sue the management and got angry at one of the employees for like encouraging people to wear masks, and she also tried to sue them over, or like the sake of this guy. Wait, shit, I need to heal like this to do this. Come on, quickly. Okay, good. But yeah, he tried to like sue the company over this guy trying to like raise money to help like get masks for people. It's like, what is wrong with people? Like, seriously? I can understand maybe to an extent if you personally don't want to wear a mask, but what actual good is coming out of you fucking and trying to stop somebody else from wearing a mask? Like, it's just being a fucking moron, honestly, and causing problems for no reason. lady was pretty much a total Karen. I swear to God, you hear about these people like all the time, and I don't know why these people think they deserve to not only have control over like their experience, but other people's lives as well. Ugh. I think I've had to meet a few people like that when I was working in retail, and they're not a pleasant group to deal with, that's for sure. Some middle-aged woman who thinks she knows fucking literally everything, trying to yell at people. I will say though, like, even though I'm talking about this, like, one thing I do like about this is, like, you go on Reddit and, like, browse for some reads and you look up, like, Karen stories, you can find some pretty entertaining stuff to read for a little while. Especially good when you get to read about the management, like, calling security on them and kicking them out. Or just, like, the manager intentionally pissing them off. Ugh. I don't have any sympathy for people like that. They kind of deserve it because they're causing a giant mess out of nothing.
You see now, Shulk?
There we go.
Thank you. Hey, wait a second. More importantly, where on Bionis did you learn to use the Monado?
They were not the primary Telethia.
Does he not realize that he literally was in, like, what, that Shulk literally had a dream and Albus was in his dream. I'm surprised he didn't ask him if he knew him from somewhere.
Wounded. I see. The Telethia is hurt and lies in rest, wounded by a girl.
A girl?
The Monado.
Right. As soon as it's done, I want to talk about something. I got started on the subject and actually completely forgot about it. We were talking about the Twitter thing.
Of both the material and the immaterial.
Alvis, how do you know so much about the Monado?
What is that on his neck anyway? Just like some pendant? I can't really... I don't remember if that was on, like, that was the thing in the original or not. I'm pretty sure all of his, like, appearances
That's right.
that way for a reason. He's got a really particular design, though. And pretty much every character in this game has good designs,
We
though.
looked all over for you. Thought you'd been eaten by
Oh,
the
this
forest.
part's
Sorry,
good.
Ryan.
It's stupid.
I got attacked by Telethia. If it hadn't been for Alvis, I wouldn't have survived.
Alvis? Who's that?
I'll introduce you. He's the one that... Alvis? But he was...
There's no one here.
I'm telling you, he was right here. He even taught me how to unlock a new power from the Monado.
Just you and me, Shulk. Ain't no one else around. You probably passed out from dehydration and
That's right. This is an asshole in this cutscene. He believes Shulk's visions and knows they're real, and yet for some reason he thinks Shulk's lying to him right now. It makes like literally no sense.
And while you were having fun with your imaginary friend, did you find any ether crystals?
What makes this like somehow less believable than having visions? I don't understand this cutscene at
You
all.
should hurry them back to Charlotte. Hang around
I think
here.
that might be part of the joke, though. I don't know. This game is amazing. Writing, story.
I'm not lying. Alvis, who are you?
Okay, yeah. Let's see. Oh wait, is it done or is there a little more? I was gonna wait. Oh wait, you just really? When did he have time to jump over on that rock? Whatever, I guess. So yeah, there was a thing on Twitter I remember that I saw recently that I wanted to talk about.
An enemy that renders your visions
It
useless.
was related to the Mario
This forest
35th
holds many
anniversary
surprises.
thing.
Not least creatures.
I've already talked about like the Twitter yesterday, but there's like new info that surfaced that makes a little bit of suspicion regarding this
So you weren't
account.
just having a sneaky nap then?
No.
Of course, there's still more
I'm just
voice
saying,
acting right now, so I'm going to
you
wait a
done that
second. I
to
really want to talk
everyone
about this
from
too,
the
but I don't want to cut the game off. I don't have to.
Okay, locked and loaded. Everyone, stand back.
This part is like really weird to me. Maybe, I know they explain it, but it's still like weird, like watching it, like disperses water particles in the air, and that's enough to heal her. That's a really, really strange way to like recover wounds.
Wow.
I guess it makes sense, though, considering that when you get dehydrated, if you drink water, it helps you recover your strength. I don't know.
All
This
thanks
part
to
is
our
just
medic.
weird to me.
Are you okay?
Where am I?
Everything's fine. You're gonna be...
Get your hands off me!
Ouch! All that for just trying to help.
Watch it!
Forgive me. I did not mean to...
Sorry if we surprised you.
Are you the ones who helped me?
So yeah,
Well,
this is our next
something
party
like that.
member. She's named Melia. She's pretty
Excuse me.
good, but
My name
her
is Melia.
AI in the game is
Forgive my
literally
indiscretion.
awful. All I'm gonna say
I
right
have
now,
not
she's
had
got
the
like a
pleasure of
very
coming into
specific
contact with the male
role for
hormones.
like combat
Coming
though.
into contact.
Hey, Shulk, you're creeping this lady out.
Shut up,
Shut up,
This
Ryan.
large one is far worse.
Oh, Lord.
Me?
Poor Ryan. But he did kind of deserve it. He did mock Shulk for literally like no reason earlier.
How did you get here then? What, is there no one with you? I must apologize, but my situation does not concern you. And I shall not be divulging anything to common passers-by.
Duly noted, your ladyship. But if I were to be so bold, I'm guessing that you didn't come here alone. And you weren't just taking an afternoon nap.
Oh yeah, I remember that in the story earlier. You guys
What,
haven't
may I
seen it
ask,
because it
are
was
you doing here? It
been
is rare to see
earlier
homes
on
venture
before I
this deep
started
into
this,
the
but
forest.
she got
Trying
attacked
to
by
find the
a
Bionic.
monster, one of those
We have a long journey
Telepathy
ahead of
things,
us.
and
The head of the Bionic.
she was trying to slay
We were
it
just
before it
figuring out
got
how to get
loose.
there when we found you.
I see.
We have to
Then
find it
permit me to
and get
return the
rid of
favor
it.
by aiding you in your quest.
Really?
There is only one path to the head of the Bionis. It is the path that leads to Erith Sea.
So, this Erith Sea is at the head of the Bionis.
If you would be kind
I
enough
love
to
the
escort
world
me
in
out
this
of the
game,
forest,
though.
I
It's
will
so
show you the
good.
way.
Fairly believable, despite being
do
so
that.
weird and kind of
Thank you, Melia.
alien-like.
I'm Shulk. Pleased to meet
Nothing
you.
like I've seen in some games.
Ah,
Like, this
yes.
is all constructed
Likewise.
so well.
She's a bit high and mighty. But she's a Homs too,
I
right?
think it's my favorite. I think that's the reason why it's one of my favorite games, though. If you can make a game's world like actually believable, then you've done a really good job with it.
We shall travel to the Nopon village.
Nopon
Oh,
Village.
I hope we make it
That's where
that
we've
far
been
today.
heading.
I don't know how long I'm gonna be
I
able
reckon it's
to
our best
go, and
chance
that
of making it to the
stupid
top.
crash set me back.
Since inhabiting
I have
the village in
a
Nopon has
certain
been a
party
great help,
member that I want you
we can travel
guys to
Erith
see
Sea from
that's
their village.
very, very
It's
soon. We'll
We'll
be
make our way to the Nopon
meeting
Village.
him, and I don't know if
Very
we'll be
well.
able to do it tonight or
Nopon
not. I have a
inhabit a
feeling
giant
if we try, we can
If we follow
probably
this trail, we will
do
be
it.
safe.
Probably the single best party member in the whole game, if only because of the type of character he is. What is this? Is this for Spike? What did I miss something earlier? Let me see. Oh, Spike damage talking about like, yeah, this is just another status effect. Okay, nothing really important. Alright, checking that. Yeah, let's move. So we need to find the monster that's loose. Okay, so I guess I'll kill this thing while I'm talking, wherever the fuck it is. Yeah, let's talk about the Twitter thing now that I finally have a free point where I feel like I can openly discuss this. So, yeah, yesterday, if you guys didn't keep up, there was like a Twitter that was like discovered that was like supposedly 35th anniversary Mario Twitter, like presumably something where they would have revealed like that there were going to be like Mario remasters, and well, it looked really convincing and most people were like on board and thought it'd be real, but something came up today, like there was like some more evidence surfaced. Like, it's a weird situation to talk at, because originally I was leaning towards like, yeah, this is probably real, and then when I saw like more news, well, here's the thing that's odd, like the first bit was like, there's actually like somebody tried confirming the like email address and apparently got it right, and it was like a nintendo.co.jp like thing or something, I think. So it was from Nintendo supposedly, but I think there's still a possibility of it being faked. And then what happened next was probably, well, it shouldn't be too surprising. There was like one that was found with the same exact email address, like a new Twitter account, except this was labeled for F-Zero. It was literally named F-Zero 35th or something like that. Like, that's basically where I'm starting to draw the line and think, yeah, I don't know if I buy this anymore. As much as it seems like it could have been real, there's a very slim chance that Nintendo is going to be making a 35th anniversary account for F-Zero of all things to like advertise a new game. Maybe it could be real, but I don't feel like we're very likely to get a new F-Zero game this year. It's not even been rumored. The whole idea of this just coming out of nowhere, like, just it makes it sound too much to believe. I actually haven't kept like a super close eye on some of the rumors as of recently. I've heard people claiming that there was like something that was glanced over, apparently like somebody mentioned a Miracle game in one of the leaks, like being either F-Zero or like Mother or something, which I guess could line up with what this whole Twitter account thing is for, but I don't think it's likely. I think it's probably all bullshit now, and I feel like this is probably somebody trying to screw with everyone's expectations by throwing these fake accounts around. I just don't know what to expect, honestly. I'm still hopeful about the rumor. I mean, I hate to say it, though. I'm kind of worried that maybe the remasters rumor was bullshit. Like, it is quite some time ago, and while a lot of people backed it up and had, like, there was a lot of people with credibility, we haven't seen anything to actually supplement this rumor since then. It's starting to look more and more like maybe somebody was having an April Fool's joke a little early and trying to fool a whole bunch of people. I don't know. I think what's more concerning to me right now is the lack of, like, games in general, though. There was a rumored direct on the 20th, and I mean, it's still possible that could happen and that it might actually be real, but we don't have any signs of it happening, and if this whole Mario Remasters rumor turns up to be false, then this year is going to be a lot less great than I thought it was. In general, like, it hasn't been very exciting anyway, though. It's been kind of bad. I'm actually curious, because I haven't been keeping up closely. Maybe you guys remember better than me, but, like, what actual brand new games have even released this year, aside from, like, the obvious one of Animal Crossing? And I think Clubhouse Games technically kind of qualifies as a new title, but like most of the stuff that's been released has been a port of another game or like a sequel. Like, I don't think we've had many brand new titles this year. I mean, things are looking a little better for the later half. There's Crash 4, Cyberpunk's gonna be a thing like really soon. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything, but I can't name any big releases because I've already just kept remaking shit the whole year. Speaking of remakes, it seems like the one game that isn't actually a proper remake and the one that's like the most misleading that got released this year is probably Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like, I think Square Enix like successfully tricked everybody with that. Like, I remember like reading up on it and how the game's like super different. Like, it's weird. I don't know why they made this like this. Like, all these remakes are happening, and then all of a sudden, and out of nowhere, you see this, and I think people wanted an actual remake, and suddenly we're getting a game that's like a new storyline for Final Fantasy VII. Like, you try comparing it to the original, and there's like a lot of differences that are actually present. It's not even an actual remake. I've actually had like some people suggest the idea of like how this was done was like Square literally remade the game as in like a new game instead of it being like an actual remake, and I guess that makes sense title-wise. It still screams like the biggest like what's the right word I'm looking for? Well, it seems like it's easily just Square having a laugh at us, and fooling us at this, and then everybody being shocked at them and pulling this. Let's see. I don't actually know what to use here. Maybe if I do Gale Slash.
Okay, my turn.
God, I love this game's like abilities, like especially when it comes to like chain attack and like messing around with your parties. There's some really good team combinations. And when it comes to raw DPS, I think the team I'm using right now has like some of the absolute best and like all of your attack power you can get. Like this is like the team I used on my second playthrough actually, and I didn't use Charlotte like unless it was necessary, and these three work like extremely well together. They complement each other's attack power like really well. But the fact that you're fucking toppling shit so often means you're barely ever needing to heal. Like the one time, or the times you do, you're usually like already protected, or you can get a shield up and like get all the damage taken care of like really fast. Also, I think out of all the different RPGs I've played, this may be one of my favorites still. I've heard a lot of people like basically they talk about Xenoblade and other RPGs. Whenever people bring up like Xenoblade, like, oh no, Xenoblade's not that great. It's not as good as like most other RPGs we played, any JRPGs. I've played what I feel like are enough, maybe not a huge ton, but I feel like people are really selling this game short. It might not be the most creative story in the world. This game is really good, and I feel like saying this is a good JRPG and it's one of my favorites is totally not a bad thing. This game it presents everything really well. The story's good, the combat's intuitive. There's nothing about this that feels very unfun, so I don't know why there's like so many people who want to try to like take hype away from this game. Let me see. Major from Nintendo. Yeah, I was talking mainly about like brand new stuff, and this is a remake, so this doesn't even fit the criteria that I was talking about, because I was namely trying to think like original titles that have released this year, and we really haven't had many of them. I mentioned Clubhouse games, and even Clubhouse games, when you look at it, could be probably labeled under the remake category, actually, considering it's probably... I think even Nintendo might consider it a remake of like the DS game, although it's got a lot more content in the DS game, and it's got a lot more stuff you can do. Like the game seems to have a lot of variety. Speaking of Clubhouse, I've been like really addicted to it. I've been playing that game a lot. It seems like I've been like switching my games up, probably because it's hard not to at this point. Ain't like I used to be doing like daily sessions with like Yacht Dice and Last Card, and after a while I kind of got a little sick of playing Yacht Dice because it feels a little random sometimes where the rolls end up, and it wasn't satisfying, like getting screwed over like several times in a row by the dice. So I started switching that up, and as far as Last Card's gone, it seems like the game's unfortunately like having a problem with like getting players online, because every time I go to play a round of Last Card, it's usually like one other person queues up, and then maybe if we're lucky we can get a full group of 4. It rarely ever fills up all the way. And usually when it does, they leave after like one round. Getting 4 people to actually play is near impossible, which is a shame because it's actually really fun. But whatever, it's not a big deal. I kind of feel like they should have done like a little more of the single player. I don't know exactly what all, but like it feels like there could be more stuff they could have added on towards like Clubhouse to keep the gameplay fresh, and I would have been more than happy with that. But I mean, I guess it's meant to be a multiplayer experience. And remember, Monster Inc. maybe getting a remake. You mean the movie, or? That's interesting. So I hope it's not one of those Disney live-action remakes. I am so sick of seeing that shit, honestly. I haven't watched any of them because I haven't had any interest, but none of them actually look any good, and from what I hear, they're usually kind of low quality anyway, and I don't really enjoy any of them. I don't even doubt the idea of a Monsters, Inc. remake happening with, like I said, live action. Disney's had some weird fixation putting like CGI and live action into their movies and like remaking shit. The game? Really? When you said that, you made me think it was like specifically about the actual movie because of the fact that, like I said, Disney remakes a lot of shit. Actually, Disney might not actually own Monsters Inc. Is Monsters Inc. a Disney movie or a Pixar movie? I don't remember. I don't think Disney actually owns Pixar, so I'm pretty sure. Actually, I don't know. I don't actually know the details super well. I'm not the best when it comes to movies, so don't ask me for like specifics about movies. I'll probably get something wrong. Scream Team, huh? That's weird if that is the case. I don't know why they would suddenly remake a game that's like related to a movie out of nowhere unless they have plans for like an actual new movie or like actually remaking a movie like I potentially suggested might happen earlier, so I don't know. Then again, Nickelodeon's been like remaking their game somewhat too, so maybe Disney's trying to get in on that a little bit. Who knows?
This is the entrance to Frontier Village.
So
Oh, we're about to get to meet the
train
best character.
where the
This is a
novel
good
live.
point. It's a little bit. I don't think we get to see him right away.
Bird lady.
Bird lady.
Bird lady.
I like
I
the
wish to speak with
Nopon.
the village chief.
Goofballs.
Will you
Makes them
permit
really
us to
lovable
enter?
though.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
You know, it's.
I shall
Wait a
take
second
you
to
to
talk
the
about. I was
village
gonna
chief.
mention
Follow me.
something related to what I was talking about. I might hold on and see if there's more dialogue. Okay, yeah, looks like we're probably in the clear, but yeah. It seems like in the day, like at least during the era of like the GameCube and like PS2, like licensed games weren't always that bad. Like maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, there were quite a few of them, and I remember like a lot of licensed stuff I picked up on GameCube actually being decent. Like quite a few of them were particularly fun, whereas nowadays when you see a licensed game, it's almost always garbage that somebody just tossed up to like promote a movie or whatever. Not to say all the licensed game were good though, like some of them were trash.
Here. Hum-hoo.
So many Nopon.
Hum everywhere.
Me want touch hum-hum. Me want nibble hum-hum. Hum-hum taste pih. Hum-hum scary. Oh.
Oh goodness. These guys are cute.
Nopon of Frontier Village.
Hard not to love the
Melia Antigot has
Nopon.
returned. I request an audience with your chief. Chief, will you hear my request?
Melia here. Bird lady here. Melia back. Bird lady back. Bird lady?
God, that is some long hair. It looks weird seeing a Nopon like this. He's significantly bigger than everybody else too.
And you look.
Forgot how goofy the chief looks.
And what of your men?
They are at one with the Bionis. They sacrificed their lives so that I might escape. But this is not my
Well, that
reason
was
for coming.
dark to have to think about, even
These
though it
humans
was
need your help.
not really too bad
Will you
things
be
because
so
it
kind
was
as to
brief,
listen
but
to their
still.
request?
What could a hum need of me?
They
For one
require
thing, like this
safe
game
passage
definitely
to
knows how to take a darker tone, like compared to other Nintendo titles. This game doesn't beat around the bush like there's character deaths in
I
this
have
game,
unfinished
and
business in this region.
they're
Once
brutal.
these hums are safely on their way, I shall be
I'm surprised
happy to
Nintendo was like willing to like get a first party title that actually had like death in it in the
Something's
first place.
troubling her.
We found her half dead.
Doesn't seem like that's something you see in
But I
Nintendo
don't suppose
games
she'll
very
tell us the
often, if
reason
ever.
anytime soon.
Maybe we can help. I'll go and talk to her.
Right, okay, we need to go talk to Melia. Easy enough. So yeah, as I'm talking about the live action thing, I don't know. You mentioned like the Lion King and that game thing. I actually have to wonder if that collection getting released was partially meant to be like a marketing push towards that CGI version they made, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I guess CGI is the right wording. Like, it's got the same live action look to it as the other movies they've been making, but it's obviously not real lions because that would have been near impossible to set up. I genuinely don't know why the hell they're doing that, though. It seems like maybe it's just me, but I'm starting to think Disney's like lost their touch when it comes to making movies. All they do are these live-action movies now, and they've continually just kept making more and more of them and not really made as many new movies. I haven't seen anything that I can think of that are like directly like new things from Disney, especially not like new series. Like, I haven't seen one movie series from them in a while that I can remember very well. But as far as these remakes go, oh yeah, you see them all the fucking time, and I mean all the time. I think I recall reading or like watching a video on one where there's like a little bit of like a talk about like these exact movies and like the profit margins were somewhat high, so I'm guessing that's the reason why they're continually making them, is because they're easy to churn out really quickly without making too much trouble for Disney, and they make them money they can use for other things. I don't know, I feel like it's almost like brand damaging though, because they're like throwing out these movies with no concern for the quality, all for the sake of making money off of it. And what are they gonna do when they run out of these stupid live-action movies to remake? Like, they may have a lot of movies, but they only have a finite amount of movies they can keep doing this with. Eventually, they're gonna need to make something new. I don't know. I don't like where Disney's turned some of their decision-making as of, like, recent years. I've heard the Star Wars movies are, like, the new ones are pretty bad, too. Like I've read episode 8 and 9 are terrible, and 7 was, like, the only decent one out of the 3 of them. Hell, even their, like, existing stuff that has, like, actual people in it using, like, live action hasn't been getting any attention. You'd think they'd want to do something like Pirates of the Caribbean, like, and make a new one of those instead.
Come with us. Is it true? Were you alone in the forest?
That thing must be stopped by my hand. This is my pledge to those that have died.
Is it wounded? I see. The Telethia is hurt and lies in rest, wounded by a girl.
Wait, what? Is he actually saying that, or is that just short thinking of his words?
You don't mean you're going to fight the Telethia?
How do you know of the Telethia?
When I went to collect the ether crystals, some Telethia attacked me. I managed to destroy them and get away.
You defeated Telethia? Who are...
Well, shit, I didn't mean to... Did I skip over the cutscene? I didn't mean to fucking do that. I didn't think me pushing the A button would fucking skip anything, though.
They were the
I won't push anything.
Someone told me the primary Telethia is healing somewhere in the forest. It was you, wasn't it? You hurt the Telethia. Melia.
The Telethia escaped from our homeland and
Actually, maybe not. I don't know. All I did was push A. It may have not actually been related to that. Whatever. I'm trying not to interrupt this too much, like I said.
Melia, we can help you defeat it if you like.
Out of pity.
And I have a lot of respect for these people, though, because I can't do voice acting for the life of me. Every time I try to do voices, they usually end up sounding like shit, and I know a lot of people prefer to hear voice acting in games, so I like to try not to interrupt it when I don't have to.
I saw it. At the top of a black tower, you and I were fighting together. Fighting that faced Mekon. I also saw you fighting a huge Telethia.
It threw me the first time and all.
Forgive me, Shulk, but what are you talking about?
Shulk can see visions of the future.
See the future? And you expect me to believe this rubbish?
Believe what you want, lady. Same as I tell all the non-believers.
That'll be me, then.
Oh, yeah. In any case,
This game, I swear to God. Why is she still doubting Shulk? Thought she'd already saw that his visions were real by this point.
And if you're tough enough to fight a face Mekon, you're all right in my book.
You've got my vote. A lady should not go unaccompanied onto the battlefield.
Excuse me? I am quite capable of dispatching the beast alone. I require no assistance of any kind.
My dear, I apologize, but I could not help over.
I love that design. It's so wacky and dumb. I love when games take a serious tone and then, like, you see a character that's supposed to be someone that's meant to be, like, important in the story, and then it's got a goofy-looking design like this. There's no way I can take the chief here seriously the way he looks.
Chief Dunga,
No need for thanks. He is the equal, if not better, of the Hum-Hum.
You do know we're listening.
The chosen Nopon hero will await you.
Oh, goody, best character's coming up in just a second, and I love him any second.
Excuse me.
Anybody who's not familiar with this game ought to get a kick out of this next bit in just a second.
Now this I have
Pretty
to
good.
Don't be like that. Let's meet him first.
Let me see. Of Disneyland World and Disney Plus. I mean, I don't know. I'm not completely familiar with what they're doing. I would assume like Disney's probably like their part of their strategy is probably banking everything on their fucking subscription service. That, well, I guess it's not a bad idea considering a lot of people wanted their stuff, but like I said earlier, they're only gonna have so much they can do with their old stuff, and eventually they're gonna have to move on to something new, and when that time comes, they're going to be pretty screwed if they don't get their shit together sooner or later. Let me see. Love my voice acting. I think I've done like a bit of like attempted voice acting in games. It's not very great. I don't mean like voice acting like actual voice acting. I mean like when I'm playing a game and I try to do voices. Like, for example, when I was doing Paper Mario, I tried to do like my Luigi is like Luigi from the Mario Super Show, and I'm not sure it actually sounded great. I did the best impression I could, and I think it was probably a little lacking at certain times. I suck at doing voices. I can do like a limited range of voices, and I'm not sure if I can do them on demand like I would want to either. Like I have a few that I have like a decent amount of confidence in. And let's see, Wario is a voice I feel like I can do somewhat decently. I know everybody and their fucking mother tries to do goddamn Mario voices, and I can do Mario to an extent, but it's not very good. I don't know why Wario's like easier for me to like imitate. I can do that one fine. Also, Ed from Ed and Eddie, I remember his voice like well enough that I think I can do a decent impression of it. My voices are generally like not very good when I do like imitations like that, so I'm not going to bother doing it right now. But I was going to talk about something else in a little bit anyway. This might be a good chance to bring this up. I was going to talk about like streams for after I get back on Monday. All right, let's get over here.
May I introduce?
Oh, I think we're about to see the character. This is good stuff.
Ricky!
I love this character so much. He's such a goofball. He's also probably one of the better party members.
get off me!
Yep. Our sixth party member is a fucking Nopon of all things.
Take this, bubble!
Right, Jesus. Fucking thing bashing him like that. He's got pretty decent reflex, though. Attacking Ryan now. Oh no, they're not attacking Ryan. Why are they hitting Ricky? They're pelting him. The fuck? They're telling him to fight back. Why are they physically attacking him over that?
Introduce to you this year's legendary Herapon, Ricky!
Jesus, he does not look good right now. Poor Ricky.
New Hum-Hum friends, meet this year's legendary Herapon, Ricky! Ricky live to serve!
This is goofy. Oh, goodness.
A hero pun, you say? not sure where you'll come in handy, but the more the merrier.
Oh goodness.
Are these Telethia as
I
strong
don't
as they
think
say?
I ever really
Yes.
utilized him a whole lot in
Like
my
your mind.
playthroughs of the game, like maybe a few times, but I remember only like 1 or 2 battles I actually ever had Ricky out.
That's not enough
His
to make
moveset is good, but kind of limited.
No one blink for a second.
Especially when you compare him to the other options you've got. I feel like he's probably a better healing character than Charla is, though. At least Ricky has offense capabilities.
It's on our heads. The Telethia is our target, but don't forget about the person standing next to you.
Dunban's right.
I still love how there's like a fucking joke in the Xenoblade community that was made like regarding the whole Bionis and Makana situation. Somebody made like this really dumb Photoshop called like, they named it like Naponis or some shit, and it was literally like a fucking thing that was just like the Bionis and Mechon, so he was like modeled after Ricky. I found that really fucking funny when I saw that for the first time.
Listen to Ricky. Dino Beast is big and scary.
Ricky's easily the best character in this game.
Friends, help Ricky get ready.
He's also surprisingly insightful, which we'll probably see in the game if I decide to stream the right moments, which I think I'm going to probably stream some of those parts.
Friends and Ricky.
I've been thinking very carefully on where I want to stream it. I haven't got like my exact ideas of where I'm going to be playing, but I can like automatically like give you guys like when I know I'm going to be doing the next stream after this. And that my next part that I plan to stream in the game is, well, it's going to be further than this. Okay, what's this say? I think this might actually be something important. Oh, right, we got to go get stuff for Ricky. Aaron, yeah, it's an errand for the Heropon. Well, Napon craftsmen have made Heropon Ricky some brand new equipment for you. Just need to collect it. Right. Okay, let's go get his stuff that he's supposed to be getting, and then we can return to him what we need. Wait, what is this? Do we talk to them to get the stuff? Wait, this is a side quest, I bet. Yeah, okay, I don't care. I'm not really too worried about side quests in this game. Like, I don't mind entirely, but I'm not big on side quests and RPGs in general. I usually skip over them unless they're, like, really, really good, so yeah. Hold on a second. I guess I'll accept it in case I get the stuff for it. Wait, is there something wrong with the capture again? Looks like there might have been some, like, frame drops, actually. Yeah, I'm looking at OBS. I don't think the capture card itself was the problem so much as I think I got a frame drop like a bit ago, because I saw I dropped another, like, near 100 frames, which is annoying to say the least, but it seems like it's calmed down by now. I apologize about that. That's what happens when you have shitty internet providers that don't want to give you, like, the proper speed you're paying for, and they make excuses to avoid fixing your stuff, so I have to deal with this kind of shit, like, more than I wish to. Let's see here. You got armor that can protect even from Dino Beast attack. And I caught that good. Do your best. Come back safe. Okay, so we just go talk to each person, right? And they give us the little stuff we need. Actually, what was I going to talk about? I forgot. I think it was about the story. I don't remember. I'd got on like a subject, and then I lost my pace because of the cutscenes, actually. Oh, right. I was talking about the next session, actually, and I almost completely forgot. I was going to mention how next time I'm playing this will be significantly further in the story. I think what I'm going to do for story right now, I've been, like, mostly sticking to, like, the parts that I like and, like, I find the most cinematic, so the next part I want to do is me going through the prison island stuff and up against Metalface. I'm going to be, like, significantly further in the game by the time you guys see the session after this one. I mean significantly further, because that's, like, near the halfway point in the game.
Here you hurt Dino Beast.
I did, but only a little.
When Dino Beast hurt, Ricky know it go to place with ether crystals. Friends and Ricky go to place with crystals. Then we find Dino Beast. Chief, tell Ricky. Chief always right.
So you do know a thing or two about this monster. Guess we'll be searching for some ether crystals then.
Right. I forgot how much they padded this fight out before you actually got to start it. Not by like a whole lot, but they definitely are making like plenty of reasons for you to not go straight into
He
fighting,
chose you.
but then
So
waste
you
time
weren't chosen
collecting
from birth?
stuff.
Friend wrong. Chief chose by instinct.
By instinct.
Why friend surprised? Chief have sharp instinct. Chief be village seer.
So that's how you became the hero pawn.
The
I'd
seer?
argue with that.
I
But he
mean,
is kind
I
of
guess he looks a little.
compact for a warrior.
I guess he has to be
Oh, lots of
a
money
somewhat
to village.
wise to live that long. I don't know. I haven't seen any other Napon that look like that.
So Ricky like being
I mean, he has a fucking beard for crying out loud, which would signal that he's lived a long time. Right. Let's go ahead and keep moving. So, I have a lot that I want to talk about right now, like varying subjects, namely regarding like stream stuff. I mentioned yesterday, and I don't think a whole lot of people were around to like hear it. I'm gonna be doing like some differing stuff throughout like next week and probably for a little while. Like while I'm doing like my sessions of Origami King, I want to do some streams where I'm not playing a regular like 2 to 3 games and doing like several playthroughs at a time. I want to actually mix things up for a little bit and experiment with differing stream ideas I've had. So once I get back from my trip, I'm gonna probably play Paper Mario a little bit, and then we're gonna try some new stuff. And I've been meaning to for a while now. So yeah, I've got a lot of things I want to do. I'm not sure which idea is like the first one. I have a lot of things that I'd want to talk to you guys about that I am like going to stream for the first time. Like one thing is basically, well, I'll admit this is like already inspired by something else. It's not like it's a huge deal, but like you guys pay attention on Twitch and watch like a fair variety of streamers. One of the people I watch pretty commonly is Critical. I like his content quite a bit, and I kind of want to try like doing a stream where we just like look up YouTube videos and discuss stuff and just like talk for a while. I kind of feel like that'd be a fun thing to do for a stream, especially since I don't feel like I always get to talk as much as I want to, or I feel like I'm pressured between like the gameplay and talking, and it's not as easy to like make conversation flow. I feel like sitting down and sharing videos and just like watching certain stuff could be like a fun thing to do on a stream though. So if you guys have interest in that, I can do that like relatively soon. It just depends. There's another thing. This is a more game related thing though that I want to do for stream. When I get back, I have a plan to get it like a Steam code thing, like one of those things, you know, where you add like a certain amount to your Steam account, like a little digital card, and I was gonna use it to get like several games. Shit, can I seriously not heal this off right now? I need to do something, and I can't fucking get Shulk's health high enough. God damn it, fucking bird. But yeah, I wanted to get like several games off of Steam, play like a bunch of random stuff, or we could like check games, and I could buy certain games on the stream while I'm playing, and we can just like see how these games work out and see if how good they are. Basically just like play through a bunch of good and crap games and check out some stuff for a little bit, mostly doing like free or cheap games. I've wanted to do a section like that for a long time on stream. The only problem that comes with like streaming a multitude of games is like volume issues, because you have to pretty much change your volume around for every game you play, so naturally it's sitting there adjusting it every time I boot something new up, and it'd make it a bit of a nuisance, but I feel like I can do it. The only thing we'd have to worry about is, yeah, the volume. As long as people were active in the chat and like letting me know if the volume was bad or not, I could fix it though without too much issue. And I feel like that's something I really do want to do. I have like a lot of games I already want to play for my account, and also a lot of new stuff I'd like to check out for the first time. I think it'd be at least worth trying it once, if nothing else. I think one of these guys is like higher level than I'm. Oh no, they're all actually decently leveled that I can fight them. Never mind, I was kind of paranoid that I wouldn't be able to kill them all. But yeah, I have a lot of like ideas bounding around. There was one other that I've mentioned for some time and I want to do, and this is like a really stupid but simple idea. It's actually something I want to do with a close friend of mine. Like, basically take turns sitting around reading fan fictions or like creepypasta and basically just reading a bunch of really bad fan fiction. That's always fun to mess around with. Oh, you dying me again, Dunban. I need you to fucking help me kill these guys. Oh shit. We're not exactly doing great on health right now. Sorry if I'm not talking like a huge amount during this battle right now. I feel like right now my health is going desperately low. Aw, god damn it, Ryan. The game is good, but jeez, the difficulty can be all over the place at certain points. I'm gonna recast the shield, I think. You know, I like this game a lot. I talked about my praises for it, but there's a few things that are like really hard to ignore about this. As good as it is, like, for starters, the fact that this game just lets fucking enemies fucking jump on you and basically fucking just get super cutthroat about battles, like you're minding your own business, you're battling some monsters, and then a bunch of extra monsters out of nowhere just come in and ruin everything. It's not a pleasant feeling, to say the least, when that happens. Like, if that didn't happen, the combat would be a little more on the satisfying side, because it's not great having things planned out and just dying because either a bunch of like, come on, are you shitting me? We had one left and I got killed. Dunban, please, can you pick me up? Please, what are you doing? Okay, that was close. The AI is not the best at times. Like, that's ridiculous. He got stuck on the fucking tree trunk trying to reach me. But yeah, either that or like a big enemy that's like over leveled comes up and fucking kills everyone. That's always annoying. Great game, but there could definitely be some improvements that could have been made. I feel like the enemies that like murder you out of nowhere with no provocation are probably kept intact because they were like a big part of the original, or they just happened at random. Ugh, it still isn't any less annoying though when you're fighting something and then some fucking level 80 or 90 enemy comes up and kills you. Whew. So I'm just like, okay, here's another topic for right now. If I'm not talking about like a whole lot, or there's not a lot of interesting, I deeply apologize. How many people are getting Paper Mario and the Origami King by tomorrow? I'm just curious, like, out of everybody in chat. I'm getting it tomorrow. I'm staying hopeful. There's definitely concern, but like, I watched like a review of it already from like Game Explain. I've seen some of the review scores and they've been fairly decent. I'm holding out hope that it'll be fairly good, which I don't know, honestly. It's very likely this game could be just another sticker star, so I'll be glad if I'm wrong about that. I didn't like Color Splash or Sticker Star very much. I think most people can agree on Sticker Star being really bad. That reminds me of like a recent thing I saw that's posted, I think today, like it was based on talk about Origami King, and it was another dev interview where they talked about like some stuff in the development process, and they talked about like their decision making and like why they weren't putting like unique character designs in the game, and the reasoning was pretty bad, to be honest. Not anything actually good to hear. It was all shit that makes you think like, what are they doing? Why are they making up like excuses about why they can't put in like better character designs? Hang on a second, is chat good? Because I'm not seeing many messages, just gotta double check. Why is Sticker Star bad? I mean, if you've never played it, then that's a start for, like, just playing it will immediately shine a lot of light on what's wrong with it. The whole sticker system in general is terrible and doesn't work well, but that's not the only problem that's... Wait, did I hit the wrong thing? Yeah, I need to do an auto buster. There we go. Yeah, the sticker system is like only the top of it. Like, it's not very good. It's not as good as the original combat. It's frustrating. The thing stickers they use in the game are the absolute worst because you don't get any explanation as to how the fuck these things work, and they're pretty much like necessary for boss fights in the game. The game makes literally no attempt whatsoever to explain this to you at any point, though. And you're expected to know that these thing stickers will work on boss fights going into them and like which one you need to use, and it's genuinely really stupid and really shitty, and it kind of bogged the experience down a lot. That's not the only problem with it. They had like a lot of other weird decisions. Like they took away all the unique characters in Paper Mario when it came to Sticker Star. There was nothing memorable about the game. It was all generic as fuck, and it was too similar to like how like normal Mario games are, to the point where it made it unfun and uninteresting, especially when you compare it to like earlier Paper Mario games. Are you fucking serious? Wait, what? Okay, I think I fucked up somewhere while I was battling, because I could have sworn I hadn't picked Dunban back up, and I went to find him, and then he was back on his feet again. Whatever, I guess. Sometimes I get a little annoyed with the combat, pulling stuff like that. I just want to walk to my destination. Instead, I have to battle like a billion enemies. If you don't fight them, then they fucking aggro to you anyway and start attacking you. Pretty much impossible to avoid the fucking mobs. Sticker Star is a fucking nightmare, though. It really is, like, easier to explain if you played it. And even then, I'm still not the best with, like, explaining these things, but they took away all the creativity. Bowser had no voice again. There were a lot of things that I didn't like about Sticker Star that were really bad, and it's considered the series' decline for a good reason. It's just not a very good game. It genuinely held together like total shit. Like, I recall I actually played the whole thing, and I wish I hadn't. I was playing it and hoping that the game would get better as I kept playing it, and of course it was trash the entire playthrough. I really wanted to see a good game in it, and I ultimately felt like I was let down a lot. It's painful talking about that game. I have a lot of bad memories of that game that I still remember really well. Ugh. Ironically, like, I feel like I still have more that I don't like about Color Splash than I do Sticker Star, but that's mainly regarding like a few things. That's well, one's like related to the game's quality, but another thing about that is also just like there was a lot of communication that was like really weird about the way Color Splash is being handled. The devs made it almost sound like they were potentially going to be doing a return to form and like changing Paper Mario to be back to its roots in the next entry, and then it came out and not what they were talking about, obviously, or like things weren't as good as they sounded like they'd be. It was just a mess. It was too similar to Sticker Star. Had the same problem with thing stickers. And what are you doing? Pick me up. I'm literally standing right beside you. Okay, I was about to get angry at the AI if I fucking died again, considering I was like right beside them and they were ignoring me being fallen over like that. But yeah, it had the same exact combat, the same exact problems with the thing cards. They kind of told you about like them in that game, but even then, if you use it the wrong moment, you were fucked over. And having a fucking mandatory item that you need to complete a boss fight is legitimately a fucking really bad mechanic that shouldn't exist in an RPG. It's really stupid, and it only fucking hurt the experience, honestly. You see, puzzles of stickers? I mean, I feel like calling it puzzles is a bit of, like, giving it too much credit. The game didn't really happen to be that creative with its combat. It literally just expected you to bring in an item to win a battle, and then you didn't win, or if you didn't have the item with you, you were screwed over. I don't feel like that's really quite the equivalent of a puzzle. Far more half-assed than that, honestly. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, I mean, I guess you could call it a puzzle if you really wanted to, but I definitely don't feel like it was a puzzle game or anything close to it. I will say that, like, the change in combat and Origami King has me hopeful, though. I don't know if it's going to be good naturally, but I've unfortunately heard, like, varying things, like people saying it's really close to how Color Splash works, but I've also heard a lot of people claiming it's really fun and really different, so I don't know what to expect, honestly. God damn it, OBS! Hold on a second. When did we start dropping more frames? Let me check if I left something open that I shouldn't have. I don't see anything that's open. It looks like it shows fine stream health, but I can't really tell. Everything's closed for the most part. Let me just double check it. Yeah, it's showing like no more frame drops, and I see the video output low thing on YouTube. I'm starting to wonder if some of this is like on YouTube's bandwidth, although maybe not. It could be either it takes like a bit for the stream straightens back out because of like the delay on the stream. Ugh. I wish I could stop dealing with that. I see so many people have like spotless internet, and it makes me sad every time I think about the fact that I paid for internet that's supposed to be fast, but ends up fucking screwing me over like way too often. You need decent internet that even stream in the first place. Ugh. So, let's see. I'm thinking on topics. What have you guys been playing? I'm curious, just in general lately. It's always fun to discuss, like, games. I feel like I can talk about, like, a lot of stuff I've been playing. I've been, like, uncertain what to do. I've actually been... I mentioned before I started, like, a Serious Sam 3 playthrough on my Steam because I wanted to try and finish it. I haven't gotten around to resuming it yet, and I intend to play more of it in my spare time because I'm, like, playing it to try and hype myself up with, like, playing through Serious Sam 4. I mean, I might even stream that. I don't think so, but maybe. And I'm not sure where the fuck the game wants me to go right now, because I thought I was supposed to go down here somewhere and go towards, like, where it's pointing me at, but it keeps changing the fucking arrow on me. Am I going the right way, or do I need to get on the ground floor? I don't even know anymore. I feel like I'm walking in circles right now. See, other games I'm playing, if I can remember. I mentioned Clubhouse. I've been having, like, a craving to go back to Mario Maker, actually, and play some more of that, and I think we're gonna do some more streams of it relatively soon. I haven't touched Mario Maker in so long. I have, like, viewer levels I want to do, as well as, like, I want to do like, story levels that I haven't played through, because my goal is to play every story level in the game on stream at some point, so I intend to do that still, and I feel like it'll be a fun time to go through. And, like, in other stuff, I can only think of, like, a few more things that I can think of that I really want to talk about. Like, I play Smash every now and then when I'm bored, but I haven't played it as much. I've been a little frustrated with my Smash experience as of lately, so I've been not really too eager to boot it back up. I kind of hope we get another peek at, like, a new... Yeah, I kind of hope we get, like, a peek of another Smash fighter in the next Direct we see. That is, assuming we get one. I feel like we definitely need to see one more, at least. it kind of sucks seeing how much like Nintendo's games are probably being delayed because of like the coronavirus. Like there's not really much to talk about. Seeing Smash DLC get delayed in particular kind of hurts because the Smash DLC is always really hype, and not having it is just a little on the lame side. I mean, naturally I want Sakurai and the Smash team to stay safe, but it would be nice to have some new Smash fighters right about now and have more to look forward to. Something tells me without the virus, we'd probably be getting our second DLC fighter at the like DLC pack right now if we hadn't had coronavirus fucking things up. Like I don't think Min would have came. It was like the only fighter already if we actually had like, or Nintendo hadn't had their schedule impacted. Sorry. And I remember, like, I was reading, like, their investors meeting thing or whatever, their briefing, whatever it was called, like, they talked about, like, how they claimed that if the pandemic hasn't actually affected their like, plans for 2020, but I don't know if I actually believe that. Hold on a second. Is it really lagging again? God damn it. It just started fucking showing a frame drop. Let me check on OBS. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what the fuck's going on with my internet today. It's being fucking really stupid and really shitty all of a sudden. It'll hopefully calm down. I think something must be going on right now. Like, they might be working on the lines for, like, the internet at the moment, because it's being unusually uncooperative and causing, like, a lot of frame drops for whatever reason. It's getting a bit on the annoying side. I don't know what to tell you guys besides it's like maybe lower the quality if you need to, because I don't really think there's much I can do. Obviously closing tabs or closing excess stuff helps too, but yeah, I looked on my computer. I don't have anything I can really close down to like bother helping this. I thought about maybe closing my Malwarebytes window, but I don't feel like that's really going to help any, and I feel like it's fine to just leave it open. There's not really anything I can close that'll actually fix the bitrate up, unfortunately. It's not under my control, unfortunately. I don't think restarting would really help either, so I'm just gonna keep toughing it out. It seems like whenever this shit happens, it just goes fucking haywire and fixes itself whenever it wants to. Computers and internet can be a real pain in the ass sometimes. Or was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about Nintendo's like briefings. I remember, like, yeah, they mentioned they were like, supposedly they hadn't delayed any of their projects from like 2020. I don't know if I believe that or not. Honestly, it doesn't sound entirely unbelievable, but at the same time, like, there's been a lot less to see, like, in general, when it comes to like content in 2020 from Nintendo. Like, we've got like not really much to be hyped about. We had Animal Crossing, this, and then we had Clubhouse, and then Paper Mario came out of like nowhere to be announced. And I mean, it's kind of hard to be hyped about a game that I feel like I still am really hesitant about playing, and don't know if the quality's going to be very good or not. So yeah, I don't know, this year's been not the greatest. I'm starting to wonder, like, if they're actually aren't being like impacted by the virus, and they're just like having a really bad year making games, and they're just making stuff slowly, and the pandemic is actually making things worse. I don't know what to expect. It's kind of bad how there's like barely anything to talk about from Nintendo, though. I remember they told us there'd be like more surprise drops and like an announcement. Yeah, what happened to that? Where's the other drops that they talk about for games? Like, we haven't seen anything other than just purely a Paper Mario. I feel like there's got to be a Nintendo Direct announcement on the way. Like, that's the only explanation as to why they're so silent. I couldn't see them waiting this long if they were just going to reveal one new game. Yeah, that's something I don't know about. I would expect it's that, but They claim they're not. They say their 2021 titles are what's really going to be effective, but I don't know how much I believe what Nintendo's telling me, to be honest. I want to believe there's going to be more stuff to be hyped about, but I don't know what to expect anymore. This virus has been a real terrible, like, plague on humanity. As soon as there's a vaccine, it'll be nice. Hopefully, a vaccine that works without any problems. I know they're, like, rushing to get a coronavirus vaccine, hopefully ready by the end of 2020, and something tells me even if we get one, it may not be, well, I mean, they're doing, like, sped-up production on a vaccine, so naturally there could be issues that come up with it. Fuck this virus. As soon as it's cured, like, life will be significantly better. Everything alright in chat? Like I said, there's not really many messages going around very often. Oh shit! What happened? Why did I die so quickly? Because that's the only enemy I saw in the battle. This thing isn't that strong, is it? It's only 2 levels higher than me. Let's see. Change target. Yeah, or no, change. How do I do this again? Change target? Or actually, oh, it's right over here. Okay, I think. Actually, I'm not sure if I remember what I'm doing. It's been so many times where I've been playing this in a weird way, not playing it all together, so I apologize if I'm doing really bad at the combat. Oh my god. Jesus, there's so many fucking attacks going around at every given second, and fortunately my party's not doing the best at staying alive right now. I can't do anything to help because fucking no meter to build off of from Dunbad and back, and I can't warn Ryan about attacks right now. Let's see, what was I going to talk about? I'm trying to think. I had stuff I wanted to talk about and I got distracted. Oh wow, okay, well shit, that was wasted, I guess. I just got my meter back only to fucking die immediately. That's really fucking great. Not really, though. This year has been kind of lame. I've mentioned it on... I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I think 2020 has, like, been kind of a shit year. Like, virus has ruined everything. Hold on a second. Did I like... Even been, like, waiting too long to upgrade arts? I'm not actually sure where everybody's sitting at. Okay, yeah, I think that's why we're dying so much. I completely neglected to check on where we were at in terms of our free experience we could, like, give to everything, so let's go ahead and start leveling up some stuff here. Let's see. Rage. Fills a talent gauge, maybe. Oh, this one's good. I didn't even realize Ryan had a daze ability, actually. Yeah, there we go. Berserker. Birds. Wish I could upgrade the heal a little more, though. That'd be helpful. That one's like one of his best skills, since it lets him get a burst of health back when he's like in a really bad spot. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about Disney stuff for a little bit that I got distracted and forgot. It was like, I wanted to talk about Disney Plus, like, subscription services, I think. Seems like I mentioned it prior on other streams. Everybody's rushed to make a fucking subscription service now, like, holy shit, like, seems like check every network out there and there's something. I remember when, like, Netflix and Hulu were the only 2 services everybody knew about, and, like, basically everybody used both of them. And now it's just like all these services. It's kind of overwhelming, and like how much stuff is out there. Shit, what was it? I want to bring up. Oh, I wasn't talking about like series on like Disney Plus. I think actually, yeah. I actually completely forgot about that, and like Mel brought something up really good that I wanted to talk about, and it was like how they were doing some reboot series, I think, or at least I know they've done the Duck Hunt. Actually, the DuckTales reboot. That I watched a little bit of it. I didn't know what to think when I first watched it, honestly, because it's really tonally different feeling from like the original, so I didn't really like immediately click with it when I watched it, and I don't know. It's not like it was bad. I just didn't really feel like I connected with it on the same level as the old DuckTales. There was something about that show I liked a lot. Maybe it's just because I'm nostalgic. I don't watch as much, like, there's many shows nowadays as I used to either, so that probably doesn't help. I think I mostly stick to Twitch streams and watch, like, occasional anime or whatever, some YouTube series, and I'm really bored. Let's see here. I thought I had some on YouTube. I just wanted to talk about it. It's my tongue. Well, whatever. There's another topic I can bring up. I'm surprised it's still going. There was that Summer Games Fest thing on Twitch. Actually, as I talked about Twitch stuff, I feel like this is fine to bring this up anyway. And I'm surprised they can keep it going this long, because I looked earlier and there's more talk about games. It's not bad. Just compared to E3, it's like 3 days of like coverage, and then meanwhile you look at this thing they're doing here, and it's been going like a good chunk of the summer, and like still going strong. Surprised me how many like dev interviews and how many things are up on there. And I saw some new game stuff that was really cool earlier when I was watching it. Stuff I thought looked really neat. Like somebody was like, there was a thing they showcased that I found really cool where somebody was doing something with dreams and promoted. I would assume it's got like permission from like the series creator, because the way they promoted it. But it was like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and somebody was making like a thing for it and dreams. God damn it! Really? I didn't even realize Shulk's health was so low when I was fighting that thing. Otherwise, I would have been a little more careful about that. That bird's probably not something I should be fighting. It's like 4 levels higher than me. But yeah, it was a game for the Avatar series. If you haven't watched it, it's an old Nick show. It's pretty good. It's a fun show to watch. Apparently they were making like a live action version of it, and I haven't checked that out. I think it's like a Netflix series. I don't know if it's any good or not. But yeah, Sonny was making like one in Dreams, and they highlighted it, and like after the stream was over, they even like gave the person who was making it like a raid, and it was really neat watching somebody like pour all this passion into like a fan project they wanted to work on. Like, I have a lot of respect for people who do this stuff. I don't feel like I have enough talent to sit down and properly make a game, at least not anytime soon, and every time I try, I feel like I get discouraged from not really doing very good at it, and end up feeling like I want to stop after a while. See somebody who's like committed to this and like making their own project out of like love for a series is inspiring, though. It's a shame, like especially with video games, like companies are really quick to take down fan projects, especially Nintendo, though. Nintendo is fucking notorious about killing fan projects, for God's sake, and if it wasn't for that, I would consider like maybe working on stuff that was like fan stuff I could get used to making something, but even using a basic tool is hard as hell, so I don't know if I could. I think I'm gonna get Dreams when I get a PS5. That's one thing I've been like really interested in, and because I didn't have the system to play it on, I haven't been able to check it out. Dreams looks incredible though, and looking at like people playing it, I feel like I missed out on like a really amazing game that like allows like some really cool creativity, and every time I watch people stream it or play it, it feels amazing seeing the stuff. There's obviously like some low quality shit that's not as good, but I mean, that's not quite as great. Like I genuinely see a lot of good stuff, and there's a lot of shit posty stuff too, but the high quality stuff always drowns it out. There's always like really amazing ideas that are on Dreams. Anybody here ever, like, made anything in the game? I'm just curious. If not, it's not really a big deal. But, like, I don't know how well the level creation tools work, and I would like to check that out if I pick it up. I feel like that'd be fun, like, seeing if I can get the hang of how to use it. I remember I tried to make levels in Mario Maker, but it never worked out, so yeah, I ended up... Oh, I can't pick him up right now, that's not helpful. But yeah, I tried doing stuff in Mario Maker. None of my levels got very popular, though, so I didn't really stick with it. Okay, can we kill this thing, please, so we can move on? I just want to reach the boss fight and fight the boss now, and then I'm going to stop after that, I think, because I said I was going to stop early, and I'm actually going a little close to the time limit I set up, and I don't really like that a whole lot, honestly. Oh shit, I don't even have a way to warn it. Maybe if I give shield. There we go, fuck yeah. How's chat holding up, guys? I hate to, like, bother asking it if it's annoying, but, like, there really hasn't been a lot of, like, activity in the chat right now, so I'm a little worried things are not working too well. If I need to reload the page and, like, check on it, I will. I don't see a message. I can, like, type something and see if it actually goes through or not. Seems like it's good. Let me reload my YouTube, though, really fast. Okay, yeah. I think everything's okay. I don't know what's with all the silence, but whatever. Oh, actually, I saw something I really liked in the Summer Games Fest that I almost forgot about, and it was a really good game. Like, I was meaning to bring this up first, and I completely glanced over it. It's a little soccer-based game that I saw there. It was like or not even soccer, but it was like a little thing where it was like some sports game that was being shown. There were like alpacas in it, and it was basically like the footage showed like a bunch of alpacas running around, messing around with a soccer ball and like hitting it around, and it looked incredibly goofy, like it had like a physics-based gameplay system, I think. It looked really fun and like something I would probably enjoy, and I was like really interested in hearing about it and seeing more of it. It reminded me of Rocket League, only not quite as serious in mood in Rocket League, if you can even call it that, but I mean, Rocket League gets really competitive, so I guess that makes sense. There's so many cool game ideas out there, and it makes me feel not as great when I notice how many ideas people have out there, and I try to make creative ideas, but I feel like I'm really bad when it comes to thinking of anything creative, just because I try, but I never think of anything that I feel like is super worthwhile. On, and there we go, almost got rid of this stupid thing. Yeah, well, I don't know what's up with the chat. If I did something wrong with chat or something's going on, let me know. Maybe it's just quiet right now, but I'm a little bit surprised by why there's like no talking going on. You guys think we'll see E3 still next year? I'm actually not sure what to expect anymore. I like watching E3, but at this point I actually wonder if E3 is a necessity, and seeing it get canceled by the pandemic and seeing the Summer Games Fest thing started to make me think that maybe we're better off without E3. Like, in general, like, I feel like having an event closer to what we're getting right now, where we just get, like, stuff from devs talking up and not really doing the same thing that E3 does, just having like little presentations and showcases might actually be better for the game industry as a whole. Certainly makes the summer more exciting when there's like things to look forward to every day and not just like a little bit of E3 and then it's all over. Like seeing everybody's press conferences was cool, but at this point I think I'm fine if I don't ever have to watch another E3 press conference and I can just watch like more digital stuff in the same style Nintendo uses that a lot of companies have been adapting to. So yeah, I think I'm fine with the change we're getting right now. I'm not sure what to say right now. I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff, but yeah, I'm genuinely a little bit weirded out at the moment. I just don't see chat this quiet very often. Usually there's at least some activity going on in the chat, and now there's like nothing. Maybe I should check on Discord if there's a problem with it. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not worried too much, but at the same time, I was concerned because there hadn't been messages in a while, and I tried to like make sure chat was working. I didn't really see any response. Can be worrying. Let's see if we can fuck this thing up. I think I can get some good damage on it. See if I can topple it. And fuck yeah, we can do Blossom Dance. Love Dunban. Fucking extremely fucking ridiculous, this character. He's got the most broken fucking skills in the whole game. I love when you use Blossom Dance and you can get like fucking 10,000 damage in like a single move just by nailing all the little button presses they give you. Oh, good shit. By the way, since we're getting Crash 4 this year, you guys think we'll potentially see like a new Spyro game next year? I have a feeling we might. I mean, I'm wondering if we're like gonna see the end of like the remakes. Actually, I hope we get we get a Spyro 4 as well, because I like Spyro a lot, and I would love to see a brand new Spyro game. But like, I wouldn't even be completely against seeing more remade stuff from Activision if they do like good titles. I hear about like a lot of things like Crash Twin Sanity, and apparently like some of the I haven't played all the Spyro games, and apparently like quite a few of the old ones were somewhat decent, so maybe some of those are worth like actually reviving them and giving them a second chance. But there is one thing they've saw like a lot of interest in, and I feel like would be neat. People have suggested like that Crash Bash thing get a remake, and the thing that was like Mario Party, so I'd be interested to see exactly what they could do with that, and see a modern take on it if online, similar to how it is in Crash Team Racing. So, I mean, I'm down for it if they're willing to do it. You know, normally, like, I'm not the type of person to, like, complain about remakes, and I like them a lot, usually, especially within games I haven't played, but it's still sucks a little bit to see, like, Nintendo's, like, super, like, Nintendo's, like, really not the type to make, like, a lot of remakes. That Mario Remaster rumor was, like, really exciting, and now seeing, like, nothing on that, and potentially, like, this Twitter thing might be proving that it's not actually happening.
What do you mean?
Are you telling me that
a lot of good remakes this year either way, though.
Absorb and drain the surrounding area of all its ether.
Oh, finally at the boss fight after all this time. It took a while to actually reach the boss like I wanted to.
Shulk, the Telethia can read your mind. Expect it to know what you will do before you do it.
I know. I'll aim for its antenna and stop its ability to read my thoughts. With the Monado at our side, it doesn't stand a chance.
It's much more powerful than its offspring. Do not expect it to fall so easily.
I won't. But we have to trust in the Monado.
Shulk has only met Telethia once, and they were merely the spawn.
Whew.
Why is he so sure of himself? Is it confidence? Or
I think I'm gonna need the break I'm gonna get tomorrow, not by like a lot, but I mean, I think me getting to go down and visit with family as well as like have a little bit of time away from streaming might do me some good. Maybe it'll let me get a bit of a refresh on my brain and like think of more things I want to talk about and like give me some new ideas for stuff. Because right now, I feel a little bit out of it. I've been working my ass off to make sure everything in my life is going well.
Stick together, everyone!
Dino Beast, big as Ricky imagined.
There we go, finally. He is big and ugly.
It's Telethia. I take this chance to bring vengeance for my brethren and fulfill my duty. Shulk, I will trap it and cease its movement. Strike when the time is right!
Melia!
Be still!
That is some weird... Did she use her voice to paralyze that? That's weird.
I knew
Her
it.
voice got
She can control
louder with that
without
effect.
using catalysts or rifle shells.
Weird that I don't remember this cutscene super well.
But I never thought she would be one. Shulk, right, Shala. Protect Melia at all costs.
On it!
Right.
Right. So, here's another conversation point if you guys want to. If not, it's not a big deal, but it was just a small thing, and it was basically relating to this game to an extent. It was... I just figured I'd ask, like, in case people were interested in discussing this. This is personally one of my favorite game worlds. Not my all-time favorite, I'd say, but I like it a lot, and I was gonna say, like, out of all the games or, like, shows you've seen, like, even movies, like, what's your favorite, like, universes you've seen in games? I genuinely enjoy talking about this kind of stuff, like, talking about, like, what kind of things I've seen look the coolest, and there's a lot of ones you can check out, so it's, like, ripe for plenty of discussion. This universe in this game is really, really great, though. Zelda might be one of my favorites altogether. Zelda always manages to shock me, like, every new entry, it feels like, and I enjoy seeing what each game brings to the table and seeing how it'll be different from the last entry, so yeah, I like the Zelda series a lot, so I feel like I enjoy seeing what all they do lore-wise, what all they do with the games. Let's see. Majora's Mask is particularly my favorite, though. That game's so good. All the characters are great. It's also not afraid to take a darker tone. And it does a really damn good job at storytelling and shit. I used the wrong art. I was trying to go for Purge and I selected fucking Shield, whatever. Yeah, it's really, really good. I enjoy it a lot. Great story, great side quest. Getting to know every character is great, and getting the masks is good too. Like, you learn so much about the characters from, like, playing through the game. I almost feel like a playthrough of Majora's Mask where you just go through the main story is, like, almost wrong. Not that, like, there's a wrong way to play a video game or not, because I don't think there is, but in general, like, I'll be honest and say that game feels like it's meant to be played, where you get to see, like, all of the different characters and get to know them really well. Shut up, if I get this right, if I fuck up the timing, I lose part of my attack. Okay. I mean, I don't like how it immediately ends the chain attack, but it's not that bad. Yeah, Majora's Mask is great, though. The side questing, the characters are built well. It's all built in a way where it's, like, super fascinating. Even though there's some parts of it are they're creepy as hell, aka stuff like Romani Ranch and the fucking aliens and... What's her name? Is it Crimea or Romani? I don't remember what they called, like, the little girl in that game, but fucking alien brain probing part is actually a little on the creepy side, to be frank, and that part disturbed me a little bit. That was something I remember not liking a whole lot. Is it over? I thought I only got the meter, like, halfway done. I guess we'll see in a second or two. Fuck, this game has great music. Cutscenes in this game are really great. Okay, no, it's not over, I don't think.
You've got to be kidding me.
It's no good.
God, that thing is hideous. Fucking 3 heads.
Regenerative power is too much.
Oh god, I just noticed the clipping issues. Looks really weird when you see it. Seeing this game and, like, how cool these moments are, and then you notice fucking clothing clipping through each other for no reason.
I can tell they were dear to you. I know only too well that desire for revenge. And the crushing pain of
There's
losing
nothing
those-
that, even though this game is great, there's nothing more that takes me out of a game more than fucking bugs or glitches getting in the way of the gameplay, and fucking clipping certainly doesn't help
This
any.
monster is going down. I'll trap him with the Monado. Then the rest of you hit the Telethia with everything you have.
Thank you.
Ready?
Alright, here we go. This should be easy enough. This fight wasn't that hard to begin with anyway. I think part of why I grew to like this game so much is like the fact that they always keep the mood really good. I can't recall a moment in this game where I played it and like openly been like, yeah, this is boring. Every time I play it, it's always like really, really hype, and every time I keep going in the story, I feel like I'm seeing something that's really big. The game never really lowers the player's expectations at any point, and it just keeps topping itself. Fucking fantastic RPG. I wish, like, as many games as I played normally, like, had the same level of dedication to making their stuff as good as Xenoblade does, because this game really delivers on that front. And I think I almost completely skipped out on this game, which would have felt like a crime now in hindsight. This game is too good to just skip on. The whole reason I got this was because of Xenoblade X. God, I am so glad I picked this game up, though. Despite the game that I, like, bought this based on being, like, completely different, I don't even mind. I mean, the combat's kind of same-ish, but that's not really the point of what I'm talking about. Fuck, I messed the timing up on Blossom Dance really fucking bad. Could have got like another 5,000 damage probably out of that. I don't care, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. We'll be fine without it. I think our party's strong enough. Oh man. By the way, if you guys haven't played it, if you like Xenoblade like the original, I can recommend Xenoblade X actually, but it's not the same as like this game is. It's actually a very, very differing game because it's more focused on exploration, but it's still just as fun to play, and I still like it a lot, so I'd say it's good. Like, it's open world, and it does a damn good job of being a fucking fun experience to like go through the world and see all the stuff in it. I genuinely like playing Xenoblade X because I enjoyed like looking at the planet they give you to explore. I feel like they made it where the world was never boring at any point. You always just keep checking around for more things to do. Are you shitting me? I missed the fucking break. Guess I'll do Last Stand then. Okay, that's not great. We'll do Dale Slash. Okay, let's do this. Come on, that was a shitty chain, really, game? After I fuck up Blossom Dance, it forces me to fucking miss my break, and then by the time it's done, I don't get to try again. That was, like, not even worth the chain attack. Whatever, I guess. Ooh, that's not good. Don't you die on me, Dunban. You know, I talked about live-action movies, and I'm just gonna talk about it a little bit more, like the Disney thing. It scares me to think about what Disney might plan for, like, future live-action shit they do. I really hope I was wrong about the idea of them doing fucking Monsters, Inc. live action, or God forbid they ruin fucking Toy Story doing live action, because I feel like that's actually an entirely real possibility. I don't think that would go over well. I can't even imagine how the fuck that would work. I mean, maybe it'd look better than I'm giving it credit for, but I don't get that impression. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna do break again. There we go. Good shit.
Your turn. Leave it to me. Against the odds, we choose to fight. Blossom dance.
God damn that attack every time. I mean, I'm excited. I love doing that. It just feels fucking smooth. I'm sorry today's stream has not been like super exciting, guys. I don't know why I'm having trouble like thinking of some topic at certain points. Today's been weird for me. I think part of it's I've got a lot on my mind, so it's just been mess and weird, and things have not gone as well as I was hoping for because I wanted to be done relatively quickly, and ended up getting fucking killed several times on my way to the boss, and on top of that I ended up with like a crash when the stream started, and it was like getting through the cutscene in the game, so yeah, naturally things were a little on the rocky side, and I wasn't happy about that. Yeah, I said my next stream will be on probably Monday. Maybe if I can stream tomorrow, I will, but come to think of it, if that's the case, wow, I might actually not be back on stream until there's a Nintendo Direct, if that rumor turns up true. That'd be exciting. Come back and have quite a few new things I want to bring up and talk about. I hope that actually happens. I need a new Direct to give me something to feel excited about right now.
Force wins again. Nothing like an old-fashioned scrap. Dixon would have been proud.
It was the only way I could think of. If there had been another way...
Don't listen to Dunban. Soon you and that Monado will be unstoppable.
It's like a Tefra cave. It was almost natural, instinctive. The Monado responded to me.
I wasn't waiting on this. I'd talk a little more because I have like some stuff I do want to discuss a little bit, but
I know.
Whatever.
That's
I'm
what
gonna be
keeps me
stopping
going.
soon anyway.
Hogard, Garin, Damil Aizel. Are you there? I did it. It's dead. Did you see? I thank you for your aid in my cause. Justice has been served.
You're welcome. Besides, it was mostly you.
Dino Beast! Hereupon Ricky ready for round 2. Hey, a fight over already? No, Ricky not no!
I'm afraid it's all finished.
This is good stuff. I like the writing in this game, even if it's not like that clever. Ricky
brave.
missing out on the entire
Also
fight.
a little brave. Ricky happy?
Trying to take all the credit for himself. I was going to talk about like digital presentations actually a little bit, like the Devolver stuff, and well, like how a lot of companies have been doing through the E3. Similar period E3 would have been like through the little Summer Games Fest. I want to talk about that some, but yeah, I don't feel like I've got enough time to like properly talk about the subject. So yeah, next stream probably.
Chief Dunga.
This game is something. I have enjoyed my playthrough though. It's really been incredible.
No, Ricky. Your debts are repaid.
Hopefully I'll have more that I can think of that I want to talk about the next time I stream this game.
Ponds ate like ravenous Oluga. It set Chief Dunga back quite a bit. No pawn, no frontier village. A new prophecy has been told. Our hero-born slayer of Dino Beast will further his legend by accompanying the Hum-Hum on their travels and bringing peace to the lands of Bayones.
Ricky never hear this.
It was prophesied many years ago.
Chief lying. Chief make a prophecy 1 minute ago. Oh, Ricky mad.
Ricky!
love seeing Ricky angry. He looks so silly. Hard to take him seriously.
My instinct is never wrong. Do not worry, Ricky. Your little puns will be taken care of.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I don't know if they revealed this in the actual game or not. Yeah, Ricky's a father and he's got kids. A whole bunch of them. There they all are.
Ricky, what on Bionis is going on?
Friends, meet Ricky, wife.
I think Ricky's supposed to be like middle-aged or something as a character. I might be misremembering this.
And children. Ricky, how old are you?
Ricky have 40 years. Oh, friends,
Oh wow, he's older than I remember. 40. Yikes, that's old.
Just surprised.
Not like super old, but still.
Ricky! Oka borrow monies for Little Pond's food. Chief Danga know best. Ricky must work for Little Ponds to have good life.
Even his wife wants him to leave, for God's sake.
Okay, Oka. Ricky, happy to join.
I was gonna wait a second before I talk about it. There's like a thing I was gonna bring about this whole cutscene, actually. I'm pretty sure the game, like, hints at this, and, like, the whole reason Ricky's leaving is, like, actually... I don't think he's completely aware of it. I think a lot of the villagers, like, want Ricky to leave and try to want him to be gone, so... that's, like, part of the reason he's leaving the village in the first place. Like, from what I understood, it seemed like not all the people in the village respect Ricky, so they want him to leave. And then ironically, he ends up going off and actually doing something great.
Different world.
Pretty good writing, though. I like it. It is silly.
Chief Danga.
This whole thing, like, reminds me of, like, a scene out of, like, a movie, though, right here. The way the Napon looking like sing this talk. Like, you see this in, like, a lot of, like, fantasy movies, like, even, like, in stuff that Disney's worked on, like Snow White, just, like, speaking of, like, some fictional species and talking about, like, something like saving the world. It must be, like, a really, really common trope of, like, humans talking with some other race and recruiting somebody from there, or even just being some prophesized hero. Okay, right, there we go. We got Ricky, and now from there, I think we're supposed to go up to the top or something and talk to Melia, and I don't know if I should go through this or not really quick. Let me see. I don't know if I'm supposed to actually get her as a party member yet. I was gonna recruit her if I can. We'll just go over and check on what the game wants really fast. I might actually stop in just a second then. It's a good game, really good game. I have a feeling if they were to do like an animated series on Xenoblade or a movie, it'd be really cool. It sucks there's like not that many video game movies in general, like a lot of them are not the best. I've seen a lot of good ones, but there's also a lot that are not that good. Speaking of like video game movies, I've heard there's like an extended cut of like the original Super Mario Brothers movie that's supposedly somebody got their hands on and they're trying to restore it, and I'm really curious how that's going to turn up. Like, it's like 15 minutes of extra footage that are missing from like the full release, and it's like, I think it's all deleted scenes, but it sounds like there's a lot of good stuff. Like, it's the description of like some of the stuff like new characters, and like they sound like they're supposed to be like Waluigi and Wario almost, and some other stuff like that. I don't know all the stuff. I think there was like some weird part where Mario and Luigi are like going down and talking about something like a park, and they found some really weird thing in this park. Like, I remember hearing some strange sounding scenes, but some of them were like based on like building it to sound more Mario-like, so I don't know why they got deleted. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be good to watch once it's released. It makes me wonder how like the new Mario movie's gonna turn up when that's actually ready, because I do want to check that out and watch it. I think that's like scheduled for like 2022. Wouldn't be surprised if it gets delayed because of coronavirus, though.
Act as your guide to Erithsea.
Right,
Of
more
course. We'd love you
of
to.
this, and now
I
we're
must warn
hearing
you.
more voice acting, so I'm gonna
Erithsea
shut up
is
until the
vast.
voice acting's done.
Do you know where you wish to go?
There's a dark tower at the head of the Bionis.
That is a good talking point, though, talking about video game movies, because I don't feel like I talk about that very much. I don't watch enough movies
Then
in
we need not
general.
search at all.
So you've heard of it?
Heard of it? I have seen it. A dark tower at the head of the Bionis. Only one place fits that description. So you know it? I believe what you saw was Prison Island.
Prison Island. Dixon said the same thing.
Indeed. Melia, have you ever been there?
I have not set foot upon the island.
Right, this
But I
place,
know
the
it.
Prison Island's
Prison
like
Island
the
is
next
sealed.
stream location
No
will
one
be
may
at.
enter without Imperial sanction.
That'll be fun going through that part of the story.
That means we'll be needing
Really
someone to
big
grant us
point
entry.
when we do
I've
reach
heard
there
that
too.
Erithsea is home to an empire
I'm
ruled
excited
by
about that
Hyanttia.
still.
They might be our best chance.
You are knowledgeable for a Holmes.
Sanctions? Empires? Anyone help here?
A sanction is permission from someone important. An empire must be a place ruled by an emperor. In other words, we need an emperor's permission to enter the island.
This emperor, is he important?
Long before we Homs built the colonies, a group of so-called royal types, or imperials, ruled our lands. Think of them like the heads of our colony, but with much greater influence and power.
Now I get it. Dunban knows more than a textbook.
Are you kidding? That's first year Holmes history.
Jesus, right.
I might have slept through that class. So when do we get to meet these Hyanttia folks?
Jeez, Ryan doesn't even seem to care that he's being made out to be dumb
forget it.
here.
First, we
So
must travel to the
carefree.
Imperial
I like
Council.
that.
We'll see how easy it is to see this emperor.
My promise was to be your guide. I will not break it.
Melia, isn't that the...
What's the rainbow
The
like
shortcut to
this
Erithsea.
there?
Yes.
Whatever. Right. Is there another bit we need to do? I'm only checking because I thought I remembered like one more story cutscene when we were leaving here, which if that's going to start, then might as well do it on stream before we get out of this place. And then I can stop. We'll see in just a second, I guess. There's a lot of stuff I want to check out in video game movies. The Resident Evil movies, the Prince of Persia stuff, I was talking about that earlier. I'd like to check out more, though. Let's see. Continue there, seeing flash and light. Ready to go? Okay, actually, yeah, this just lets me go up there. It's not really necessary then. I was thinking like there's like one more scene maybe before I got out of Machna Forest, and actually, you know, that's probably a good place to go ahead and call it tonight. I hope things were interesting enough. I apologize if I wasn't like super talkative. Obviously I was a little bit frustrated, but I had a lot on my mind too, and I still need to work on like improving my commentary a bit. It seems like even though I've streamed for years, I still don't completely have the best way, like, or the best grasp on how to like keep a steady conversation going. But yeah, anyway, hope you all have a great night, guys, and I'm gonna be heading off tonight so I can go down to my parents and like prepare some stuff for tomorrow. And also, on top of that, well, I need to be going anyway, and I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow for a stream or not, actually. We'll see what happens. If I do, then expect Paper Mario and the Origami King to be tomorrow, but if not, well, you guys know what's going on. I warned you guys just in case. Anyway, I'm gonna be gone for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your company a lot. I really, really do. I'll see you guys sometime soon, hopefully. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye, everybody. Take care.